Okay. I'm gonna show, like, I think Rengar is a pretty hard champion, because if you don't know the combo, he feels awful. And then also clearing him is just really hard, especially if you start Rejuve beat like I like to, because I like to go back for Tiamat. So yeah, like getting the hang of him is like hard, but after that he's not that hard a champion like to play. So yeah, I'll go over his combos and then like just how to survive during his clear. So on screen, you know, it's the basic combo Q, E, W, Q. So the way Rengar's passive works is when in a bush or using his ult, leaping generates 1 ferocity, so just like even an auto generates the ferocity. And once it goes away, like using an ability generates ferocity. Like you have to be in combat to keep your ferocity, so like just tossing an E doesn't keep it for anything. Or W. But the important thing is it has to be the first one. See, I use my E, got a ferocity, but if I jump, I don't get another ferocity. So like, the important thing is your first ferocity has to be generated by jumping out of a bush or your ult. And so with that in mind, like, this is like the basic combo. You have to like start from a bush. So the weird thing is, like, casting your E or W, like just outright, they just generate ferocity, because it says like casting abilities generates ferocity, but pressing Q on its own doesn't generate ferocity. You have to hit the enemy with it. Yeah, you have to like, now it generates ferocity. So that's an important part, because the easiest way to do it and the fastest way to do Rengar's basic kill combo is just press Q in the bush before you even leap. Well, it expired, so big whoops. Alright, 1 sec. Waiting for the ferocity to go away. Alright, just press Q, and then EW in the air and press Q again. So yeah, just like, it's pretty easy. Like, press Q, and then like slowly E, W, and Q again. It was pretty easy once you get the hang of it. It's just muscle memory. Q. And then yeah. Like, it's not that hard. You can also just like do... Oh, and make sure you like don't press E before you leave the bush or anything, because then it doesn't give you the extra stack. Then you can just do stuff like Q, E, W, and then E again while they're slowed. Whatever you feel like. You get a free empowered ability at the end. And just like R. Yeah, it's the same thing with R. I think I used 2 W's there, but yeah. It's pretty easy. You just get the hang of it. Sometimes people mess up by like trying to cast their E too soon, and they're just like, oh shit, whoops. But yeah, that's like the only thing to work out for. Last thing is, you can use your E midair with your W, or you can use your Tiamat in the middle of the air for extra damage. I think like... Okay, so the total, not counting electrocute because it's down for consistency, with regular combo is 308. Okay, and then if you leave a Tiamat in midair. Oops, alright, electrocute. Messed it up, but. 355, and that's compared to, what was the earlier combo? Yeah, so that's an extra 55 minus 8. I don't know, that's like an extra 45 damage or something. I don't know. It's 5 AM and I can't do math. But yeah, an extra 45 damage ain't bad. So yeah, you can do the Tiamat mid-air too if you feel like it. But yeah. Alright, so for Rengar starts, I like to go Rejuve bead because I like to go for Tiamat, so it's like money off essentially, and it gives some sustain. Refillable is probably the best like general one if you're not going Tiamat. Or you can just go 3 health potions if you're still getting a hang of Rengar. I'm not getting a leash, so like to simulate getting one, I'm gonna buy good old red pot. So that'll like, yeah, I don't know, 150 health, that's like, I don't know, that's about as much as you save on a leash, why not? So mostly you want to be starting red buff, because this plant spawns, and the important thing is you want to Q and then hit it, because it gives you 2 stacks of ferocity to start with. So your passive lasts, I don't think it tells you, whatever. So it lasts 8 seconds. So now I have 2 stacks of ferocity. So against jungle camps, instead of like holding Q from the bush, you want to jump from the bush and then Q to just to like get an auto reset, an extra auto in there. And then use your W when you have a high amount of gray health. It's usually like as the longest amount it can last. So also don't be auto attacking all the time. Try to kite back for your cooldowns, and then kite back to bushes. And then, yeah, you don't really have to clear them all. Just leave them. As long as you clear the original two of them, you're good. The camp will reset, it'll be done. So next, blue buff. Do that for the heal. You can smite it. Oops. And then you can, yeah, probably this is good. Then you can go for Scuttle. E it so it loses resistances. And then Rengar's level 3 is really fucking strong because you have your full combo now. Before it's like awkward, but yeah, you got your full combo. You can like go mid, kill. So yeah, now you like open up to the jungle. And then it's pretty fucking easy from here on. Unless if you like get a bad leash, it shouldn't be too bad, honestly. And then, yeah, you can also start from this bush. You hold Q. Or Or use 2Es to get the snare on the scuttle. Also, just like fighting around that bush. Like, if you start your, if you're near the bush, and then the enemy's walking up taking scuttle here, you can just jump on them and do your full combo, and like, pretty much everyone's gonna die. Or just like get super chunked. And they'll probably be a bit low from the jungle camps they've been farming. Like Xin Zhao and stuff. Or like Xin Zhao and stuff and Udi are probably not a good idea, maybe. But yeah, you know. So, just an important thing is, all this gray health, like, it's how much damage you've taken in the last 1.5 seconds, so you kind of want to, like, W at the peak of it. See how it kind of, like, goes up and down a bit? Like, it kind of, like, goes a bit more, and then a bit less. So you want to use W when it's on the highest amount, like, which is usually right at the end of the 1.5 seconds for the heal. That's like your only sustain, and it's not very good jungle sustain, but I mean, you back, like, you get a team, or no, you don't get extra healing, but yeah, Tiamat helps clear, and then if you're not too ahead, you can go skirmishers, and skirmishers helps like anyone fucking jungle. If they have that, it's like, it's so much sustain and all. So yeah, it's pretty easy. Just like, remember not to clear, or remember not to auto too much on the first clear. Wait for your cooldowns. And then the thing is, your Q, your base Q, oh wait, yeah, base Q gives 40% attack speed for his next 2 attacks, so like, you jump, auto Q, and then maybe kite around a bit. And then your second Q, or your empowered Q, gives 59% attack speed for 5 seconds, so it's kind of like, alright. Now, like, now you want to be autoing because you have that increased attack speed. Like, after first clear, you can just, like, do what you want. It's not a big deal. You'll pretty much, like, you'll have enough sustain and levels, so jungle camps aren't scary. And then, yeah, after you have your full combo, just, like, leap from bush, Q, auto EW, or, yeah. Leap from bush, leap from bush, Q, auto, or E, W, Q again. It's pretty easy. Or you can just like do fast combo if you want, but just like leaping and then Qing lets you get that extra auto reset. And then yeah. Oh yeah, like double W can help clear out like those little like little leftover monsters. Yeah, double W and Tiamat too. Yeah, like that. That's like most of it. I fucked up that combo, I'm pretty sure. I should have gotten my second ability. Oh wait, I didn't have W up. And yeah. Yeah, I didn't have W up there again, but it's pretty easy after like your first clear. First clear and knowing the combo are the two things that make Rengar like so hard. He has a high skill ceiling as well, but just to like play Rengar, it's not that hard to just be like Q, E, W, Q. Oh boy.